Senate Bill 815 by Senator Hernandez, an act relating to Medi-Cal, making an appropriation therefore and declaring the urgency thereof to take effect immediately.
Senator Hernandez.
Good to see you, Madam President. Members, this bill, SB 815, would implement the state's Section 1115 Medi-Cal 2020 waiver. The waiver renewal is critical to the long-term physical sustainability of the Medi-Cal program. The waiver is estimated to bring down $6.2 billion in federal funds over a 5-year period. The bill establishes the statutory framework for the new dental incentive programs, incentive payment for public and district hospitals, and the new global payment program for county hospitals. With that, members, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Hernandez. Seeing no discussion or debate, Senator Pan.
Thank you, Madam President, Senators. I too rise in strong support of this bill. I want to thank a good friend from Senator from West Covina for carrying this important bill. I think one of the more important elements is the PRIME initiative for the public hospitals. Will work with clinics together in developing integrated systems of care, which is going to be very important in trying to reduce our future Medi-Cal costs while improving the quality of care. And again, I want to make particular note of that because I think that's going to be a major innovation in moving us forward. And again, I want to thank my good friend and colleague from West Covina for carrying this forward. Thank you, and urge an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Pan. Senator Hernandez, would you like to close?
Respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Hernandez. Seeing no further discussion or debate, members, is there any objection to using a unanimous roll call? Ayes 34, no 0 on the urgency. Excuse me. Ayes 35, no 0 on the urgency. Ayes 35, no 0 on the measure. Measure passes. Returning to file item order, file item 175. Senator Galgiani, Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1354 by Senator Galgiani, an act relating to agricultural pest control and declaring the urgency thereof to take effect immediately.
Senator
Thank you, Madam
Galgiani.
Chair and members. The Senate Agriculture Committee held an informational hearing 2 weeks ago regarding the threat of the Asian citrus psyllid and the disease that it creates, Huang Long Bing. The hearing brought to light how Florida's citrus industry was brought to its knees, infecting half of the state's citrus trees within just 2 years. Today, Florida's citrus industry has been reduced to 1/4 of what it once was, resulting in a $7.8 billion loss because Florida was blindsided by this zombie-type bug that infects every tree that it touches. The hearing also brought to light the critical activities that are needed to fight this invasive pest and disease and keep it from ravaging California's citrus. The challenging thing about this pest is the fact that half of the infections in California are also actually from residential citrus trees in our own backyards as opposed to citrus groves. That's why I've authored SB 1354, which would increase the tools available to combat ACP-infested and Huang Long Bee infected trees. These tools, available only through funding critical research, include finding a cure or suppression tactic, developing resistant rootstocks or psyllids, improving trapping and control, expanding biological control availability, developing new growing methods to maximize crop production in the presence of the disease, and providing support for new and existing research facilities. If we are able to develop these new technologies, California might be able to avoid the massive devastation witnessed in Florida and stop this zombie pest and Huang Long Bing from killing California's valuable citrus crops and cherished residential citrus trees. The reality of this taking hold in California is chilling, and we must do everything we can to stop it. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Galgiani. Senator Berryhill.
Thank you, Madam President, members. Yeah, I'm a co-author of this bill. It's a good one. This, just to ducktail on the senator from Stockton, this zombie bug is a bad one. In Florida, for example, over the last 10 years, they've lost over $8 billion and 7,500 jobs. The good news here is that this industry is actually self-assessed to fight this bug. It's just that it's too big. This industry creates about $3 billion a year with about 22,000 jobs. And by helping them out and getting our arms around this passed, which is the good news. Florida just didn't get their arms around it, and they may lose that whole industry. But our industry, it's fresh fruit, it's stuff that you get off the shelves, so our fruit has to be better. So this is an important bill. It's a good bill. I urge an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Berryhill. Senator Galgiani, would you like to close?
I would just like to remind members that the real challenge here is that this zombie bug is present in backyard citrus trees. That is why much of the San Gabriel Valley in Southern California is under quarantine right now. We're trying to get ahead of this. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Galgiani. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen? Aye. Anderson? Aye. Bates? Bell? Aye. Berryhill?
Aye.
Aye. Block? Aye. Canella? Aye. De Leon? Fuller? Aye. Gaines? Aye. Galgiani? Aye. Glazer? Aye. Hall? Aye. Hancock? Hernandez? Aye. Hertzberg? Aye. Hill? Aye. Hueso? Aye. Huff? Aye. Jackson? Aye. Lara? Leno? Leyva? Aye. Liu? Aye. McGuire? Aye. Mendoza? Aye. Mitchell? Aye. Monning? Aye. Morlock? Aye. Morrell? Aye. Wynn? Aye. Nielsen? Pan? Aye. Pavley? Aye. Roth? Aye. Runner? Stone? Aye. Vidak? Aye. Wykowski? Aye. Wolk? Aye.
Please call the absent members.
Bates? De Leon? Hancock? Lara? Leno? Nielsen? Runner?
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Ayes 33, no 0 on the urgency. Ayes 33, no 0. Measure passes. Moving on to file item 176, Senator Lara not at his desk. File item 177, Senator Mitchell. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1380 by Senator Mitchell, an act relating to homelessness.
Senator Mitchell.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm proud to stand before you colleagues today and ask for your support of SB 1380. It will clarify that California is a housing-first state and establish the California Homelessness Coordinating Council. As you all may recall, back in January, along with the Pro Tem and many others, as we stood in support of the Senate Dems' push for No Place Like Home, I announced the plan to adopt the Housing First model and Homeless Coordinating Council here in California. That was as a result of meeting with some of the key architects of the Utah Housing First program. After that January meeting, we went to Utah and met with legislators, local government officials, and program deputies who tackled homelessness head-on with a successful approach that centered around strong state and local homeless coordinating committees. And what was reinforced for me during that Utah trip is that California lacks a global strategy to improve coordination at the state level. While almost every state with a large homeless population has an interagency council on homelessness, California doesn't. We have no coordinating body that fosters collaboration among the state agencies' homelessness impacts, or with local governments dealing with homelessness on the ground across the state in all of our districts. So SB 1380 suggests that we cannot address chronic homelessness in California without a committed state response to support both our local entities as well as the federal government. One that requires consistent focus and continual collaboration between all levels of government. I believe that only through a coordinated, focused, committed state response, as facilitated through SB 1380, can we do our fair share to reduce the number of people in our districts who are becoming homeless, reduce the frequency of their homeless episodes, and reduce the amount of time they are experiencing homelessness and living on the streets or in temporary shelters. This bill is sponsored by Poverty Matters and is supported by Housing California and the Corporation for Supportive Housing and has no opposition. Colleagues, I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Mitchell. Any discussion or debate? Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen? Aye. Anderson? No. Bates? Bell? Aye. Berryhill? Block? Aye. Canella? Aye. De Leon? Fuller? Gaines? No. Galgiani? Glazer? Aye. Hall? Aye. Hancock? Hernandez? Aye. Hertzberg? Aye. Hill? Aye. Weso? Aye. Huff? Aye. Jackson? Aye. Lada? Leno? Leyva? Aye. Liu? Aye. McGuire? Aye. Mendoza? Aye. Mitchell? Aye. Monning? Aye. Morlock? Aye. Morel? No. Wynn? Nielsen? Pan? Aye. Pavley? Aye. Roth? Aye. Runner? Stone? No. Vidak? No. Wykowski? Aye. Wolk? Aye.
Please call the absent members.
Bates? Berryhill? De Leon? Fuller? Galgiani? Aye. Hancock? Lada? Leno? Wynn? Nielsen? Runner?
Ayes 25, noes 5. The measure passes. Thank you, members. File item 178, Senator Lara, not at his desk. File item 179, Senator Liu. Mr. Secretary, please, not a problem. What? File item 179, Senator Liu. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1384 by Senator Liu, an act relating to long-term care.
Senator Liu.
Thank you, Madam President. SB 1384 is a step toward making long-term care insurance more affordable to consumers. By 2030, people 65 years and older will comprise over 20% of California's population. 70% of those will require some form of long-term care services. Long-term care insurance is one way people can protect their assets from being exhausted by long-term care expenses. But with increases in longevity, LTCI premiums have become unaffordable for most middle-income consumers. Yet these consumers have too much income to qualify for Medi-Cal. California created a long-term care partnership in accordance with federal law to help fill the LTCI gap. But by all accounts, this program is failing. SB 1384 alters the program to provide greater flexibility in benefits offered and lower premium LTCI policies. Members, SB 1384 is still a work in progress. I continue to work with all stakeholders, that's insurers, agents, consumers, advocates, and the state departments involved, to make the partnership a viable program and enable more of our aging population to age in place. This bill has bipartisan support. It has moved through the Senate with no votes, and I ask for your support on this bill.
Thank you, Senator Liu. Seeing no discussion, yes, Senator Gaines.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to stand up and thank the great senator for bringing this legislation forward. I think it's a real area of future concern, and to have the option of a lower price inflation escalator is a good viable option, and I'm sure there'll be more work done on in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Gaines. Senator Liu, would you like to close?
Ask for your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Seeing no further discussion or debate, members, is there any objection to using a unanimous roll call? Seeing and hearing none, ayes 33, noes 0. File item 180, we have done. File item 181, Senator De Leon, not at his desk. File item 182, Senator Mendoza. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1406 by Senator Mendoza, an act relating to disability access.
Senator Mendoza.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, I'm here to present SB 1406, which seeks to accurately track the number of lawsuits resulting from disability access issues filed against community colleges and K-12 school districts to better understand the nature of these complaints. Currently, the state does not collect information regarding these lawsuits against these public agencies, and it is difficult to discern if there is any patterns to these lawsuits or the facilities that are in question. The bill has no opposition and has received unanimous bipartisan support through the process. I respectfully ask for your aye vote today.
Thank you, Senator Mendoza. Seeing no discussion or debate, members, is there any objection to using a unanimous roll call? Hearing and seeing none, ayes 33, noes 0. The measure passes. 183, filed on 183, Senator Block. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1412 by Senator Block, an act relating to California State University and making an appropriation therefore.
Senator Block.
Thank you, Madam President. SB 1412 is a bill designed to address the California State University's critical infrastructure needs. In our budget 2 years ago, responsibility was shifted from the state to the CSU for the maintenance and construction of CSU facilities. However, resources to support new capital outlay and infrastructure investment were not provided. The University of California has used investment income to fund their needs. Unlike the UC, under current law, CSU is limited to investing in fixed income securities, such as government bonds, which have very low rates of return. This proposal would allow the CSU, like the UC, to also make modest investments in equity mutual funds and real estate investment trusts, and would allow earnings derived from these investments to reduce the pressure for addressing infrastructure needs with operational funds that might better be used to support students and faculty and staff. SB 1412 is sponsored by the California State University and is supported by State Treasurer John Chung. The bill has no opposition and has enjoyed unanimous support thus far.
Thank you, Senator Block. Members, is there any discussion or debate? Senator Glazer?
Thank you, Madam President and members. I rise in support of this bill and thank the author from San Diego for his leadership both on this matter on behalf of the state universities and for his higher education leadership in general. But I want to, while expressing support for this, I want to put a warning sign out there that I think we all have to watch carefully. Certainly, we expect CSU with this new authority to invest prudently and carefully. These aren't monies to gamble. They're monies to save for important projects going forward. But we acknowledge that the current limitations on investments means that we're not getting as much as we can, but that there is a caution flag in terms of the scope in which they can invest. But the second important warning flag is that the legislature and the governor, in their wisdom a few years ago, decided that capital outlay requirements at the state universities should now be the full, complete obligation of the state universities, not the general fund, not the taxpayers of California that built these systems, but that somehow we should put that obligation on them and them alone. And I think it wasn't a decision that I think has the long-term interest of the state, our citizens and taxpayers in mind, that it's going to put added pressure on the state universities to raise tuition in the years to come. That's not what we're seeing today. But there's been a substantial underinvestment in capital needs at our state universities. And there's going to be a need for the campuses to rebuild these very important classrooms and libraries. And it's a burden that all of us have undertaken as taxpayers over decades in building this system. But now, under the current laws in place, that obligation is now going solely on the system. And I don't think it was a smart move to make. I hope in the months to come and maybe next year that we'll revisit that and decide, is that exactly how we want our capital needs to be paid for. So this expansion in investments, I think, is prudent and, if carefully done, appropriate. But the whole idea of capital needs being funded by the students and the institution alone is not in the long-term interest of our state and our students.
Thank you, Senator Glazer. Senator Morlock?
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's good to see you today.
Good to see you.
I want to maybe affirm what the senator from Contra Costa said. One of the funny things about the Orange County bankruptcy is that it generated a GASB, which a Government Accounting Standards Board announcement or pronouncement that said you've got a mark-to-market. So you have to report what your market value is of your investments. So that has made it very simple for everyone just to invest in cash equivalents. So it's just a dollar is a dollar But when you invest in a mutual fund, your dollar could be 98 cents tomorrow if the market goes down. I'm hoping with this bill that we're obviously giving some flexibility to the money managers at our universities, but we're also giving them the potential to be goats if the market should turn dramatically. So as long as we're fully disclosing to the board, to the legislature, what we're doing, what we're investing in, and that you're reporting mark to market, you're letting the voters know that you're now at 98 cents, then I'll support this bill. But I think we're going to, we have to be real careful. We have to monitor this as it goes. We got to give them a little, but let's make sure that they handle it appropriately. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator Morlock. Senator Block, would you like to close?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I want to thank the former CSU trustee and former student body president for his unwavering support of the CSU and of this bill in particular. And I want to assure my colleague from behind the orange curtain that we will take many precautions to make sure that this investment is safe. That is why John Chung, the treasurer of the state, and the CSU itself and their chief financial officer strongly support this bill. Only a small portion, a very small portion of the reserves from the CSU can be invested in this manner. So really the principle of the money that goes toward operations is not going to be touched at all. And with that, I'll ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Block. Members, is there any objection to using a unanimous roll call? No? Please call the roll.
Allen? Anderson? Anderson? Bates? Bell? Aye. Berryhill? Aye. Block? Aye. Canella? Aye. DeLeon? Fuller? Aye. Gaines? Aye. Galgiani? Aye. Glazer? Aye. Hall? Aye. Hancock? Hernandez? Aye. Hertzberg? Aye. Hill? Aye. Hueso? Aye. Huff? Aye. Jackson? Lotta? Leno? Leyva? Aye. Liu? Aye. McGuire? Aye. Mendoza? Aye. Mitchell? Bonning? Aye. Morlock? Aye. Morrell? Aye. Wind? Aye. Nielsen? Pan? Aye. Pavley? Aye. Roth? Aye. Runner? Stone? Aye. Vidak? Aye. Wykowski? Aye. Wolk? Aye.
Please call the absent members.
Allen? Aye. Anderson? Aye. Bates? DeLeon? Hancock? Jackson? Aye. Lotta? Leno? Mitchell? Aye. Nielsen? Runner?
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Ayes 33 and no 0. The measure passes. Moving on to file item 184, Senator Leno not at his desk. File item 185, Senator Wolk. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1414 by Senator Wolk, an act relating to energy.
Senator Wolk.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President and members. 1414 will increase the effectiveness of ratepayer-funded energy efficiency programs. First, 1414 will require proof of code compliance from the recipients of energy efficient rebates or incentives. That is consistent with a recommendation by the Little Hoover Commission, which suggested that taxpayer-funded rebate programs should require applicants provide proof that the legal requirements have been met before awarding rebates. The Energy Commission estimates that less than 10% of the HVAC systems obtain legally required permits, and up to 50% are not properly installed. 1414 will direct the Energy Commission to develop a system so that these central heating and air cooling equipment sales and installations will verify compliance with permitting and requirements. We continue to work with the HVAC industry as this moves forward. It's supported by a broad coalition, including the Sierra Club, the Green Building Standards, the BIA, the Apartment Association, and the pipe trades, and the Western States Council on Sheet Metal Workers. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Wolk. Members, is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen? Aye. Anderson? Aye. Bates? Bell? Aye. Berryhill? Block? Aye. Canella? Aye. DeLeon? Aye. Fuller? Gaines? No. Galgiani? Glazer? Aye. Hall? Aye. Hancock? Hernandez? Aye. Hertzberg? Aye. Hill? Aye. Hueso? Aye. Huff? No. Jackson? Aye. Lara? Leno? Leyva? Aye. Liu? Aye. McGuire? Aye. Mendoza? Aye. Mitchell? Aye. Monning? Aye. Morlock? Morell? Wynn? Aye. Nielsen? Pan? Aye. Pavley? Aye. Roth? Aye. Runner? Stone? Vidak? Wykowski? Aye. Wolk? Aye.
Please call the absent members.
Bates? Berryhill? Berryhill, no. Fuller? No. Galgiani? Aye. Hancock? Lara? Leno? Morlock? Aye. Morell? No. Nielsen? Runner? Stone? No. Vidak? No.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Ayes 27, noes 7. The measure passes. File item 186, Senator Pavley. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1425 by Senator Pavley, an act related to greenhouse gases.
Senator Pavley.
Thank you very much, Madam President. This bill has a lot of support from clean water organizations and advocates, businesses, water agencies, as well as the Public Policy Office of the Lutheran Church. There's no known opposition to this bill. Senate Bill 1425 addresses a growing problem. Frankly, we need a clear accounting system of measuring greenhouse gas emissions associated with water delivery. We need standard protocols in place. The Energy Commission estimates that nearly 20% of all the energy we use in the state of California is to move, to treat, or to heat water. But how do you measure the carbon embedded in water delivery systems? Senate Bill 1425 establishes a voluntary, and I want to repeat voluntary registry of greenhouse gas emissions from the water sector. The registry will be open to any water user like a local government or a water agency or a business and provide them the tools they need to establish a baseline and quantify their emission reductions. I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Pavley. Members, any discussion or debate? Seeing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen? Aye. Anderson? No. Bates? Bell? Aye. Berryhill? Block? Berryhill, no. Block, aye. Canella? DeLeon? Fuller? Fuller, no. Gaines? Galgiani? Glazer? Hall? Aye. Hancock? Hernandez? Aye. Hertzberg? Aye. Hill? Aye. Hueso? Aye. Huff? No. Jackson? Aye. Lara? Leno? Leyva? Aye. Liu? Aye. McGuire? Aye. Mendoza? Aye. Mitchell? Aye. Monning? Aye. Morlock? No. Morell? Wynn? Nielsen? Wynn, no. Nielsen? Pan? Aye. Pavley? Roth? Aye. Runner? Stone? Vidak? No. Stone, no. Wykowski? Aye. Wolk? Wolk, aye.
Please call the absent members.
Canella. DeLeon. Gaines. Gaines, no. Galgiani. Glazer. Aye. Hancock. Lara. Leno. Morel. Morel, no. Nielsen. Pavley. Aye. Runner.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Ayes 21, noes 10. The measure passes. File item 187, Senator Pavley. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1427 by Senator Pavley, an act related to developmental services.